1 second.
Well, hello there. My name is Justin Pettis, and today we're going to have a little mite bite. My insect is the Sarcoptes scabiei, however you pronounce that. But it is itch mite, also known as a scabies mite. It's a parasitic arthropod. That means that it needs a host in order to survive. But I think, is that true? I don't know. But that's what parasites mean. It burrows in the skin and it causes scabies. So scabies is like scabies is it's a contagious itchy skin condition. So it burrows into your skin. And the burrowing, the way they burrow is they use their mouth parts and they have cutting surfaces on their legs and then burrow into your skin, which sounds like a great time, I know. But every day they lay 2 to 3 eggs, the females do, and they take 3 or 4 days to hatch, and the females can lay up to 30 eggs at a time. And humans aren't the only mammals that can be affected. Dogs, cats, and other great apes, and even other mammals can be affected. And I bet you wonder, where is this itch mite located? Because I don't want to get itch mites. Well, guess what? It's all around the world. So you're kind of out of luck there. It's not super serious, but it is very annoying. But a fun fact, in 1687, itch mites were first discovered, and it was the first disease to have a known cause. Just imagine that. It's on the top of the list. They knew of the disease, and they knew what caused it. So that's like the first step in the scientific process. I bet you're wondering, the life cycle of scabies mite goes through 4 stages. Egg, larva, nymph, and adult. So far, that's what I know about the scabies mite, and yes, we're gonna get this debate started. It's about 2 minutes.
All right, let's go. All right, so mine is the Demodox canis fossil mite, and it's more commonly known as just the canine mite. Let me start with the biology. They are usually only a few millimeters long. They have a semi-transparent, elongated body that consists of 2 fused segments. They have 8 short segmented legs that are attached to the first body segment. The body is covered with scales for anchoring itself in the hair follicle, and the mite has pin-like mouthparts for eating skin cells and orals which accumulate in the hair follicles. Its life history. All stages of the life cycle, egg, larvae, nymphs, adults, reside within the lumen of the hair follicles and within the glands of the dog. Some species are more commonly found in the stratum corneum. Development from egg to adult takes approximately 20 to 35 days as is completed entirely on the host. Life stages, it goes from 6 legs when it's larvae, and by the time it's an adult, somehow it has 8 legs, which is somewhat interesting. The behavior, let me see. It's a natural host is the dog, and although it can temporarily infest humans, the mites cannot live on human body for more than a few days because it will die without its canine host. Naturally, the canis mite has relationship with the dog, and therefore its normal conditions are usually not harmful to the dog at all. Let me see. Usually, the dog is not harmed unless it's unless it's like sick or something, and then the mite can like breed a lot, and the immune system of the dog can't hold it off, and it will be kind of overwhelmed by the mite. Its impacts to human society. Although the mites can't really affect humans, they can survive from pets, which is kind of not cool. And their characteristics: they're small, they're short, and they grow extra legs.
Well, it's my turn again. This is my rebuttal. I think that even though Wing's knife is very mighty, I think that my mite is a little bit more dangerous towards humanity because it can actually infect humans with scabies, and that's way more annoying than just eye mites, in my opinion. Yeah. Who knows what that mean, they've been around for a while, and nothing super bad's happening. But just imagine if they accidentally got a mutated gene, they brought that into your skin, and something happened from there. Like, I'm not trying to create a doomsday scenario, but there's more of a risk when it comes to these mites, at least I think. Do I think that makes my mite cooler? No, I don't think that makes it cooler, but I think it needs more attention to be paid to it. And that is my opinion, so now it's Wayne's turn.
Well, I feel like mine is cooler in the sense that I feel like it's safer for humans because although it will like infest the pets of humans, it can't really affect the human being itself. They don't carry diseases really. They don't carry parasites aside from themselves. They can't really, harm anything at all, pertaining to a human except for their dogs, and they usually don't even harm the dog because they're just, have a mutual relationship with the dog. So yeah, I think that mine is cooler in the sense that it's just pretty chill and it doesn't really mess with you. So.
Well, my rebuttal to that is that I think that, well, the itch mites, they start out on oak trees, and they eat a certain food, and when that food runs out, or say like they accidentally fall off the oak tree, they need to find another source of food. So they can inhabit, or they can infect many types of mammals, not just dogs, but also humans, cats. They're one of the parasites that make the mange happen on dogs. So I think there's a little bit more threat when it comes to the itch mite. So when we yes, I think that both and it had possibility to be bad, but I honestly think that I think the itch mite is a little bit more annoying. So what do you say that?
Okay, to that, I feel like yours may be annoying, but see, to the dogs, if they're if they're not very healthy, then these mites can really like take them over. They can like breed really fast and kind of like overwhelm the dog, and that's usually how you see a dog with like missing spots of fur. Many really go crazy about like trying to get. And I mean, they're both pretty annoying, but I think mine's cool because it goes from like having 6 legs as larvae to having 8 as adult, which is I'd say it's pretty cool because I don't really understand how that happens. But yeah, yours may be more annoying, but I feel like mine is definitely definitely up there in the annoying scale, and it's just all around cooler. So yeah.
All right. Well, I think this is my closing statement. My closing statement is all you viewers watching this that the itch for a while. And in fact, the first and then used to have they knew what caused it. I think that's pretty cool in itself. So it's part of science. It's been around for a while. I think it's still gonna be around for a while. It's not majorly a problem, but it is minor. These are fun to deal with. So my closing, I think that my night. It's pretty interesting in the fact that it uses other living organisms to just to keep on having more generations of its own. So I think that's pretty interesting. So my closing is that they're everywhere, so it's just part of life, and the more we learn about them, the better.
All right. Well, in my closing statement, I would just like to say that canine mites, they've been around for probably like thousands of years. We've just recently become aware of them. Although canines are always exposed to them, like puppies are exposed as soon as they're born, they can be treated. Like you can have your dog sprayed and they'll just immediately be gone. So besides that, their life cycle is like 35 days until they reach adulthood, which is pretty cool. They, somehow grow more legs than they're originally formed with. They don't really impact humans, which is good. And yeah, just to close, I think that mine is pretty cool. The canine mite is something that can be prevented, but in all honesty, it's not really that harmful. So yeah.
You good, boys?